Welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we're diving deep into my Elder's Mark Bulletstorm build, a setup that combines insane ammo capacity with one of the most devastating new mechanics in the game. Bulletstorm is all about rewarding high projectile count and high ammo capacity with extra stacking damage, and thanks to the recent rework on ranged weapon mods, including capacity changes, the Elder's Mark now becomes the ultimate candidate to take advantage of this perk. With a quad legendary roll, you can push the magazine up to a staggering 225 rounds, which means you're going to keep those Bulletstorm stacks rolling longer than most weapons in the game could ever dream of. The weapon I'm running is of course the Elder's Mark, but here's something worth noting. You could run a standard submachine gun with the same legendary effects and still get strong results. The Elder's Mark simply outpaces it in terms of damage and fire rate, but the principle remains the same. My role here is quad, faster fire rate, reduced AP cost, and conductor's effect for sustain. The mod setup is hardened receiver, short light barrel, recoil compensating stock, large quick eject drum magazine, glow sights for extra VATS accuracy, and a suppressor to keep it stealthy. Altogether, this gives me 225 rounds per mag, which is absolutely essential for stacking Bulletstorm efficiently. To put that in perspective, weapons like the Fixer, Handmade, or even the assault rifle, even with quad and a drum mag, cap out around 100 to 110 rounds. That's half of what the Elder's Mark can bring to the table, which is why those weapons just can't leverage Bulletstorm as effectively. Now let's talk perks and legendaries. I'm running 3 special slots, still working on grinding out that extra 15 points, but I've already got the core cards slotted. Follow through is here for sneak attacks, which is my bread and butter playstyle. Taking one for the team is also slotted, though I won't get the benefit of it in this solo run. But when it does proc, you can actually stack it alongside follow through for some truly disgusting damage multipliers. And of course, I keep Master Infiltrator on me at all times. I just can't play without being able to click on every lock, every safe, every door I come across. It's a quality of life thing I refuse to let go of, even if it means losing some perk flexibility. One perk card I'm not using here is Bringing the Big Guns. On paper, it looks amazing since it doubles your Bulletstorm stacks up to 20. The problem is ammo capacity. With my current setup, I never get past 14 stacks anyway. So, slotting that card would only net me 4 more potential stacks rather than 10. And for the cost, it's simply not worth it. Instead, I'm running Bulletstorm at max rank, which gives me 9% damage for every 30 rounds spent, capped at 10 stacks. That alone gives me huge scaling. To preserve stacks, Lock and Load keeps half of them alive after a reload, which is critical. And Easy Target is my flex choice. 75% more damage to crippled limbs is just too good to pass up. On big enemies, crippling parts and then pouring in damage melts health bars like butter. For general survivability, I've got Bandolier to cut down ammo weight, Blocker to mitigate melee hits, and a mix of endurance-based resistances like Fireproof for explosions since I run a jetpack. Lifegiver, Iron Stomach, and Natural Resistance give me more survivability against various sources, and Rejuvenated synergizes perfectly with my Overeater's Secret Service armor to maximize damage resistance as long as food and water meters are full. Speaking of armor, I'm running full Secret Service with Overeaters on the 1st star, Powered and Endurance split across 2nd stars, and 3rd stars filled with Through Hiker and Limit Breaker. Limit Breaker is absolutely mandatory if you want to land a critical hit every other shot with this setup. Combine it with Critical Savvy 3 and a luck stat of 16, and you're guaranteed crits nearly every other round in VATS. Under Armor is Shielded Road Leathers, giving me perception, agility, and luck. Perfect for a stealth-heavy build. In terms of perk cards outside of strength and perception, I've got Strange in Numbers under Charisma to enhance mutations, Gunsmith to offset the cursed break rate of the Elder's Mark, First Aid for stronger stims, and utility options like Good with Salt to make food buffs last. Under Agility, Covert Operative and Mr. Sandman stack on stealth multipliers. Escape Artist lets me reset stealth faster than Sneak ever could. Gun Fu makes target switching smooth, and adrenaline gives a huge bonus when mowing through groups. In luck, better criticals amplifies my crit damage. Ricochet gives me a survivability edge. Four-leaf clover helps bank crits even on misses, and Class Freak reduces mutation downsides. Now let's cover the mutations themselves. Speed Demon for reload speed, Marsupial for mobility, Herd Mentality for bonus stats, Egghead for intelligence if I feel like grinding XP, Eagle Eyes for crit damage, Carnivore for stronger meat-based buffs, Bird Bones for agility, and Adrenal Reaction for scaling damage when low on health. Together, these give me a well-rounded build that leans hard into VATS crits, stealth, and stacking sustained firepower. Food buffs play a huge role as well. Company Tea for AP regen, Sweet Beets Fruit Tea for crit damage, cooked softshell meat for AP, fried radroach for agility, and perfect bubblegum to keep my overeater bonus active at all times. If you're running herbivore, you can sub in blight soup for an easy 100% crit damage boost, but carnivore synergizes best with my current pantry. So, how does all of this perform in the field? Against normal enemies, it's brutal. Most things simply melt under the weight of sustained fire. Ammo consumption is the one drawback. You will absolutely chew through bullets with a faster fire rate roll, but the sheer destruction makes it worth it. Against tougher enemies, like Scorched or Mirelurks, you'll see the damage shine even more. With stealth crits and stacks rolling, enemies just drop. The range also feels much better post-patch. What used to be a strictly short-range weapon now comfortably sits in the mid-range category. With suppressor removed, you can push it even further, up to around 170 meters, flirting with long-range territory. One challenge of Bulletstorm is breaking the habit of reloading too often. To keep stacks up, you want to resist that urge and only reload when necessary. It feels counterintuitive, but it's the optimal playstyle. For utility, I do carry a medic zapper for rare occasions when I need to heal allies or event NPCs, but the Elder's Mark handles everything else. Grenades still have their place too. With the new throwing arc display, tossing explosives feels smoother, and fire in the hole isn't even necessary anymore. When it comes to bosses like the Guardian, stealth is your friend. With a stealth field active, you can keep yourself in caution the entire fight, maintaining crit bonuses and pumping in damage without having to reset. Without a stealth field, you'll dip into danger and need to break line of sight behind pillars, which slows the fight down. In those encounters, perks like taking one for the team and follow through can overlap beautifully, amplifying your output even more.